welcome to the Last Child Chronicles. I am your host, Sharabin.
And I am Kendall. And this is part two of the episode of What's It Like to Be the Last Child. So basically, before the whole fasting, like when I was at SMC, um I was playing volleyball, so I had to look for schools to transfer to if I still wanted to play. And I would always look at schools in Texas, but those are like bigger schools. Not saying I couldn't go there, but it was just like, could I really go there or whatever? And then the school I was getting offers from or had like my position open to recruit for, was like Christian schools. And I'm like, I'm not finna go to no Christian school. Like, what do I look like going to a Christian school? Like, absolutely not. They're not gonna have no fun. It's gonna be rules. I can't drink. I can't do none of that. But then the coach that I had at the time, she would be like, Kendall, like, you need to be a leader and stuff. And she was like, maybe you should think about having Bible study with the girls and stuff. And I'm just like, why are you asking? Like, I'm like, am I the only one you're asking to do this?
Right.
Like, why me? And I'm like, is because my dad's a pastor? Like, is this why? Like, girl, I don't know nothing about the Bible. Like, I barely talk to God. So I don't know why you're asking me. And then I was in the FCA, which is like Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and I was like leader in that or whatever. And whole time I was the only one there. So when I invite people, they're just like, man, I'm not finna go or whatever. So it's just like, well, they not taking it serious, so why do I gotta take it serious? And yeah, so that happened with the whole like Texas situation. And then during the fast, um, I don't even know how Houston like came about. I think I just was getting hit left and right.
I think
and
you
I
were just
needed a
ready to
new
leave.
environment.
Yeah, I think you were just so ready to leave second
like
mama.
I literally needed that's what I needed, a new environment. Being in that environment was just not cutting it for me anymore, and I was getting very, very comfortable of like doing nothing, honestly. And so then we used to get on the phone with your mama, Miss Shirley, and she was giving me guidance as well. And I went to the prayer board. Well, you was like making the prayer board thing, but they had a talk in the beginning. And so during that like talk or whatever, she had asked to I keep saying but she had asked for us to think of a word for the year or whatever. And I was going to say another word, but something told me to just say redefine. So I said redefine. And that was that. And then when we would make the prayer board, like we got in the part of it where we're making the prayer board. So I'm putting stuff on the prayer board, making my prayer board look good. And then I go in this magazine and it says Texas living. I'm like, bro, what is happening right now? Like, why would it say Texas?
Yeah, you
and
started
then
seeing
the next page literally said redefine. I'm like, yo.
Sis started weeping.
Literally, like, what? And then I had went to Barnes and Noble right after that. While I'm walking past these people in the conversation. I don't even know what they're talking about, but in the conversation, they say Houston. That's the only word that sticks out. I'm like, bro, what is happening right now? Like, is Texas haunting me or something? What's going on?
Oh, you say somebody at church had said something about Houston?
Yes, when I went to my home church, this lady, Miss Lillian, was talking to me, and she was saying how she was moving to Houston in March. Like, you know, if I needed someone to talk to or needed help or anything, that she would be in Houston in March. And I'm like, bruh.
Me too.
No, facts. And then also like March being the month, like that just kept being the month of things for it to start or whatever. And also I was gonna say, like just telling my parents about it was a whole thing in itself,
girl.
So
yeah, we definitely needed Jesus.
I feel like no facts, because the enemy definitely was trying to attack. Y'all, when I tell you, I told my parents, and like, you know, it's not. I mean, it is what I was expecting, but not at the same time.
Sis was
And
nervous.
no, I was nervous because I don't
for
say anything like ever. Like to anybody.
Then
Honestly.
it just you also got to add in the fact like you was taking a break from school and moving
Yeah,
a
like I'm
thousand
taking a break
miles
from
away.
school and moving away.
Like all that
that's a
news was
whole bunch.
together.
And just to say that all in one sitting, oh baby, yeah, that was a lot, bro. I literally got physically nauseous. Like I thought I was about to throw. No, I actually
I was
went
just about
over.
to say, I thought you had
I was
threw up.
about to throw up. I don't know if I actually did or not, but
You went to
when
that
I
toilet.
tell you I got so nauseous, bruh, and that's so crazy because Miss Shirley literally right before was saying like, you know, when the enemy's gonna attack you, like you could literally get physically sick and everything. So that was crazy that that was happening to me right after that, and then I think I started praying, and then slowly the nausea started going away. And also, like, I feel like doubt started getting in my mind as well. Like, should I be doing this? Like, is the right decision to do this? Like, because, you know, I wasn't in the circumstance to, like, just get up and move my life. But kind of like I just had faith, and I knew, like, deep down, like, that was going to work out for me. And that's where I needed to be in this season of my life. Whew, I just feel like I said a mouthful.
Like, what was what was like the difficult part of actually speaking that you wanted to take a break from school and move? Like what was the devil telling you why you shouldn't do that?
Like why I shouldn't move away?
Yeah, like what was what warfare was going through your brain before doing and after telling like your parents that news? Cause like you had just said like you had faith and you knew everything was gonna be okay, but also on that end you also had some doubt, some trouble, some struggles, some fears, and and like I don't know how to word exactly like what I'm trying to say.
Like what was going through my head in that moment?
Yeah. Like the build up, I guess, like, cause you knew you had to tell them, but like it was some, fear in that. Then it was like while you telling them how you was feeling, and then like after the fact, cause was the nauseous was after the fact, right? Like after you told them you felt nauseous. Like why do you think that was then?
Because I was just so scared, y'all. I don't even know I was so scared, but I guess because I've never like said anything or said like this is what I'm gonna do and stand on it. But I think just standing on it, and I don't know, I feel like that was a test in itself. Like, are you gonna be faithful to what I said? Are you gonna obey what I said? But it was just like, should I be doing this? Like, if I'm not gonna be in school, like, are people gonna think of like less of me? Like, am I gonna disappoint people? Am I gonna be a bum if I don't go to school? Like, what am I gonna do with my life if I don't go to school? And just like, what am I gonna do when I get to Texas? But I don't know. I feel like that's just honestly what I needed, and like just the whole thing with redefine as well. Like dang, what was I gonna say? The whole thing with redefine in itself was like, so basically I'm in the prayer closet because I've already had the doubt coming in my head. Like after I'd already stood on like this is what I'm gonna do, the doubt is still like coming in my head. And so I'm getting the prayer closet, and I'm just like, Lord, like if this is really what you want for me, like I'm gonna need a clear sign. And I felt so bad for even just asking again, because I felt so just bad for asking God again. Ooh. Asking God again, like why? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know my eyes getting watery too.
No, but just asking him again, like for another sign after you just gave me another sign, like I just felt bad for doing that. Because it's like, why do I need to, like, I felt like for God that was a slap in the face kind of, but like, why do you need another sign when I just gave you one? Tell you. Right. And so literally after that, is it still recording?
Yeah.
But literally after that, I would say, because we always watch Jerry Flowers' church, like the church he's at, which is Time of Celebration Ministry. And literally after that, we were about to watch a sermon of his, and we've watched him since last year.
Right.
So like when I'm going to the video because what we used to do was pull up on my TV and we gonna prop that phone up. We be on FaceTime and we watching a sermon. But after that, I'm pulling up the sermon looking for his page or whatever. And literally it stuck out to me immediately, like immediately after, because I didn't realize that the page was called Redefine TV.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the
And
church is Times of Celebration Ministry, but I think like his ministry name is Redefine
on
TV.
YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So like when I seen that, bro, when I tell you I started crying, like bawling, crying, like immediately, cause it's like this whole time we've been watching him, like
We never
we
seen
never seen that. So it was like, and I already told y'all like the word for the year was like redefined that I had said. So that was just kind of crazy that that happened or whatever. So then like after that, I felt at ease more because that was a sign that I needed to just be obedient to God and stick with what I said that I was gonna do. And yeah, ooh,
Yeah, the top of the year was
that was a lot.
it was.
That
And then
was
it
a
was
lot.
like I was there the whole step of the way. Some stuff I was like, yeah, I don't know, sis. I had to. That's how we Miss Shirley got in the mix. Cause I'm like, maybe you should talk to my mama. Like she's a little bit more wise.
Right.
She's a little bit more knowledgeable. Her walk with God is longer than ours. Like you need someone above me.
Right.
Cause I don't know, it was a lot. And then like some of the stuff like you was dealing with, like I don't know, it made me emotional too, just because like I had obviously in different situations, but like been in similar situations of just the simple fact of speaking up and don't want to disappoint anybody. Like I just know how that feels, and it's just like you need help, like
No, facts.
like because it's hard to do that on your own. So it's
Yeah.
like you literally need Jesus. You need a mentor. You need someone to speak life into you. And it's like I feel like I only could do so much because it's like I'm still kind of in that same spot of actually like speaking up and standing firm. So it was like I had a cap on like what what I was able to give, I guess.
Mhm.
So it was like maybe you should talk to my mama, like, cause she's my go-to. So
No,
it's like I can just send you to someone in the physical that can help you right now in this live action moment, and it was her. So yeah,
yeah, that oof.
I'm grateful
Yeah.
for that.
I'm grateful for Miss Shirley.
Whew. Cause it was a lot. I feel like from January to the time you move here, it was a lot.
Nah, facts. It was just a whole lot of talk.
Right? Sis had me fly back to South Carolina, and then we did a road trip. That was so fun.
That was fun. Well, I feel like we got here fast.
We
too.
did.
Like,
We was ready.
nah, facts.
We packed
was
that
ready.
car and we was out.
Cause it was still dark when we left. We left at like 6.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we left at 6, so it was still pitch black.
Right.
And
We actually recorded the whole process. So if you guys want to check out that video, join our Patreon and you can see the vlog on when my good sis moved.
join the Patreon, y'all.
Please.
That's where you're gonna get the behind the scenes and everything.
Yes. You get to know what we're currently reading. I have a playlist. You guys can go check that out on Apple Music, but you only can get the link on Patreon. Sis is probably gonna post her vlogs on Patreon because she want to start a YouTube channel. So I'm just like, we'll post your vlogs on Patreon, so then you can have people that really want to see you, watch you, versus just anybody can just go on your page and watch what you're doing.
Yeah,
you can have a community of people that wants to be there and wants to support you and all that stuff. I'm just thinking about just the beginning of the year. It was just so much. And I felt like, too, at the beginning of the year, like, the guy was definitely speaking to me about, just being faithful in the whole, knowing that he's your provider and, your worth is not in a job or making income. That's kind of like what he spoke to me during the fast because... I don't know, just like you say, the enemy was planting those thoughts, like, and then you gotta also think too, like, nobody in my family is like a stay-at-home mom. Like, everybody works.
Yeah.
A lot of the people in my family are single moms, so it's like they have to work.
Yeah.
They don't have the option to sit at home, and so like it kind of was odd or weird, I kind of felt weird, speaking like when people like, so, hey, you went back to work yet? And it's like, girl,
Was you looking for me to go back
right,
to work?
like, no, I'm not working. So, and it's kind of, I felt weird saying like no, or no, I'm not going back.
Or like you felt like less than, or like you didn't have no value, kind of, in a way.
I felt that, and I felt kind of like, what's another word? I kind of felt, would it be sad, or I guess in a way kind of like I felt bad because some of the people that would be asking me, am I going back to work, they don't have that option to not go back to work. So I felt weird saying like no. And like I don't know what's the word for that. Like, okay, say for an example, like you don't want to go to work and like I don't have to go to work. So I felt weird telling you like I don't gotta go to work when I know you have to go to work. So it was like that feeling of like knowing like the people that I would be telling that to don't have the same option as me, and feeling like
you didn't want it to make it seem like, oh, I'm better than you,
or that.
like,
Just I don't know, just the simple
kind
fact.
of just feeling bad because you know they have to go to work, and I have the option to not go
like,
to work.
I don't know, that made me feel weird. It's kind of like, cause I guess too, cause Thad, he's very supportive, and like I just said, like a lot of people in my family are single moms, and it's like it makes me sad, that sometimes the father is not there, or don't want to be there, or just don't do the right thing, and so me having someone is kind of weird in a sense, and and it's kind of like I remember one time, Thad had said that on the phone when I was on group FaceTime, like with my family. He was like, cause I think they asked, and then he was just like, no, she don't have to. She got a man that supports her, and it was kind of just like, oh, like I do, but
okay then.
yeah, it's like I do, but it's kind of like, dang, like I guess in a sense too, I just wish that more people in my family had that. I don't know, cause I don't know, it just
That
makes
just
me
made
sad.
me think of Everybody Hates Chris. My
Man
man
got
got
2 jobs.
I don't gotta do this. My man got two jobs.
And I had to get comfortable saying that, like, no, that works. I don't have to work, or I don't work. Like, I really had to get comfortable saying, like, no, I'm not going back just yet, or no, she's not in daycare. Like, I don't know, that I guess just because nobody in my family has done that or saying these things, so it just was weird to me that I'm able to say that and do that.
But that just made me think, like, I don't know. I just kind of don't like when people have this expectation for your life.
Yes,
But it's
that
like,
too.
why do y'all have this expectation for my life?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can only do what's meant for me, what's in the will, like, of God.
Right.
And
Cause like, why do I gotta go back to work if I ain't got to?
right. Like, I feel like we shouldn't feel bad or like feel like we're disappointing when it's like you put that expectation on
Right.
me. Like,
And that I don't have to live up to.
right.
You are not my judge. It don't matter what I do. You can't, like, you have no say so in my life. Like,
exactly. Like, this is my life. And
that be our problems. It's like you want to only
as
do
a world.
Yeah, it's like you think you need validation. You think someone has to tell you what you should and shouldn't do. The only person you should be listening to is him.
Exactly.
It's like I don't know. It's crazy, like when you say that, because that's basically what it was. It's like worrying about what other people go say, worrying about what other people go think, and it's like none of that matters. If he's providing for you and you're stable enough to not have to go back to work, then that's okay. But that also too comes with just speaking up for myself, and like being firm on my decisions, because questions come with that. Where no, I'm not going back to work, or no, she's not in daycare. Then it's like, why?
It's like, what do you mean?
Right, I don't have to.
Right.
And then it's just like just standing up for yourself. Like that's one of the main reasons, like why I don't like share, or like why I don't talk, because then it's like it's
Many
backstory
opinions.
to that. Yes, and I hate other people's opinions because I didn't ask you for that, and I don't care what you have to say.
And it's just like, I'm not gonna go back and forth.
And then it's like the opinions people have be negative. Like, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah,
like, why
that
not
is
just
true.
say, dang, congratulations, you still get to be at home with your daughter. That's so great. Instead of, you ain't gonna work, you ain't gonna make no money, she ain't gonna know no kids. Like, why I gotta be negative?
Right. I don't know. A lot of people put like a lot of things in a negative way. I don't know. Well, I don't know. Some people don't mean to do it, but then it's like, that's what you're doing. Like, that is what you're doing, then they like, that's not what I'm doing, but
That
no, it
is.
is. That is what you're
That be
doing.
people whole personality. Negative.
Literally.
Negativity. Anything that comes out your mouth is negative.
And they thrive off of it.
But then when I call you out on it is I don't do that or that's not me.
Yeah.
You're blind. You can't even see when you're right and when you're wrong.
You're messy.
But I'm messing because I tell the truth.
Right.
That's
and
crazy.
I asked the right questions.
You mad at me because I asked you a question and now you got to think on the answer. And you don't like the thought that comes into your head from that question. So now you mad at me. But it's like you need to evaluate your life and ask yourself these questions.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But yeah, don't forget to join our Patreon. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to go over to our Instagram and follow us so you can stay up to date on all the good stuff we have to share.
It'll be in the description below. And we hope that you're able to grow with us and not just be entertained, but to grow with us.
Yes.
And yeah, that was a good episode.
It was.
Okay. Well, that's the end. We are going to end there.
Yeah. But before we end, I just want to let you know that we are two sisters with one faith with a lifetime of stories.
And this is The Last Child Chronicles.